are we ready to go? Let's start with some nice shoulder rolls. Okay, let's keep going. And opposite way. Okay, again, you can do these seated if you need to. I'm going to show you some of the seated moves today as well. Okay, then we're just going to swing our arms. Okay, so backwards and forwards. Okay, so you can still do these if you're seated. I say I'm going to show you all the different moves in all different ways this morning so that we can get through them, and it means that anybody at any level will be able to do them. Okay. So we're going to try with the breath. Do you remember that from the very first video? So if you are more able and you stood up, you can come down and have a big stretch up and then really stretch your fingers and hands out on the way down, okay? So if you're that little bit more able, if not, you're going to get to a seated, and if you're struggling with your mobility, all you're going to do is breathe in and out. Just bring your arms up as far as you can. And out. Just helps to open your chest a little bit, or if you can take them out and back down. So breathe in and out. Okay, in and out. Okay, then we're going to go for that nice, do you remember the humps and dumps we did as well? So this today's session is going to go through all the little bite-sized bits that we've done in the week. And we're going to string them all together, so hopefully you'll have been practicing and training those bits at home. Okay, so we're going to go for those humps and dumps. So you're going to wrap your arms around you, lean forward, really round that back if you can. Okay, and then you're going to take your arms out and look up and stretch that chest. Okay, so you're going to take that to wherever you are. So if you're to here, so you're going to breathe out as you're squeezing in. And then breathe in. Okay, so if you're more able and you stood and you're a little bit more flexible, what you're going to do is you're going to take yourself in and then big breath, and then change the arm at the top each time and just get that back really moving. Okay, as much as you can. I don't have a lot of movement in my mind, but you know, we're all at a certain place, aren't we? Okay. So now, either seated or standing, all you're going to do is you're either going to have your arms wrapped around you, your elbows crossed with your hands on your shoulders, if you're a little bit more mobile in the shoulders, or if you can, you're going to put your hands on your shoulders there. And all we're going to do is rotate round. Give it a nice stretch. You're going to hold it there and bring it back to centre. You're just going to hold that for a breath and then bring it back to centre. And again, hold it and bring it back to centre. Hold it, bring it back to centre. Again, if you're seated, you can just wrap your arms around yourself. You're going to try and keep those hips facing forward and rotate. Okay, so it depends where you are, those three different hand positions. Hand, here or here. We're going to do 4 more, so 2 to each side. So 1, 2. Okay, the last 2. 1, 2. Okay, so now we're going to reach down. So you're going to take, if you stood up, you're going to take your feet hip width apart, give yourself a nice solid base. Pull yourself up nice and tall. You know, in yoga they talk about that golden thread coming from your head. So you're going to pull yourself up nice and tall. If you're seated, you're going to pull yourself up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders back and down, and then you're going to reach down as far as you can. Okay, you're going to try not to lean forward to get that reach. So imagine yourself being fastened between 2 panes of glass. And coming down, and then other side. Okay, so down, the other side. So if you're seated, again, keep that nice and upright, pull yourself up nice and tall, and you're just going to reach down and back up. Reach down, back up. Reach down, back up. Down and back up. Okay, so if you're stood or seated, we're going to go for 4 more of those, 2 on each side. So 1, keeping it nice and flat, try not to lean forward to get that reach, or rotate to get that reach. Last 2. There we go. Okay, So now we're going to give those shoulders a big roll and back down. So really concentrate on trying to move your shoulder blades. So bringing it up and back down. Okay, up and back down. Okay, so really concentrate on that downward one, and then we're going to go the other way. So you're going to bring it up behind your ears and back down. So again, it's your movement in your shoulders, whatever you can manage. Okay. So if you stood up, again, you're doing the same movement. You're just going to try and feel that movement into your shoulder blades. Okay, so we're going to get the elbows moving. So we're going to try and get some rotations in. So again, if you're seated and you're struggling with your mobility, you can always hold your arm and just get that little bit, you know, you can rest your arm on your hand and just get that little bit of movement. Okay, so it's entirely up to wherever you are, and it's things you can work on. You know, if you're able to get the full rotation in, you can start to make it a little bit quicker. You know, get more reps in, get more reps out in the minute, because we're going to do some time stuff today, and so it's going to work to whatever level that you're at. Okay, and then we're going to clasp the hands together. So again, seated or standing, it doesn't matter. You're just going to roll your wrists around and get yourself moving. Okay, so we're going to look at, as I say, today we're going to look at some timed and some counted. Okay, so the timed ones, we're going to be able to, you know, if you're a little bit more able and you're move a little bit quicker, you're going to be able to get more reps in there and get a little bit of cardio out of the workout. If not, if you're doing more seated and it's going to take you a little bit more time, you can still get those in and you're working to your own level. We're all putting the same lot of effort in. It doesn't matter whether you get 20 reps out or 2, it's still the same effort as long as you're keeping going. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with a little bit of marching just to get heart rates up. So what I want you to do is I want you to really swing your hands high and get it in with that march. Try and lift your knees as much as you can. So if you're seated, so you more able guys, you keep going. If you're seated, all you're going to do is lift your arm and leg. Arm and leg. Okay? So it's up to you what level you are. Okay? So we're just going to keep that going. Okay, so it depends where you are on that. You can still get yourself going, and you can still get that really, if you can get that going on that big one. I'm not going to go too fast or else I shan't be able to talk. Okay, so get that going. Okay, keep it going, the last few seconds. Okay, and rest. Okay, so grab yourself a drink if you want it, have a little minute. Okay, just going to get those heart rates back to normal before we start the next one. I have got my trusty tins ready for my weighted movements today. So if you've got weights, that's fine. If you've not, grab yourself a couple of tins. Or like I was saying earlier on in the week, just show you, I've actually started to save my milk cartons. I'm filling them with water, or you can fill them with sand or earth or anything, just to give it a little bit of weight. I'm going to put some gaffer tape or some sticky tape around the top of this, because if you do happen to drop them and they get squeezed and the top comes off, we're going to be in an awful mess. But it's something else you can use, okay? We'll talk about those later on in the week. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, I'm going to show you from level 1 upwards, just while we're resting. The first one we're going to do is, if you are at level 1, okay, you are going to start seated. What you're going to do is you're going to stand up, sit back down, control it as much as you can. Do you remember last week we had some cushions on there if you couldn't control all the way down? So you're going to do 1, and then you're going to raise your arms for 3, and then out to the side for 3. Okay? If you're at level 2, what we're going to do is increase the stand to sit. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take that up for 3. Okay, nice and controlled for 3. Then you're going to add the arms, so weighted or not, it's entirely up to you. Okay, so you're going to add those arms in for 3 and 3 side raises. Okay, if you're a bit more able, what we're going to do is you're going to be fully weighted all the time. You're going to squat for 3, as low as you can. So if you can only squat to there, stood up, that's fine. Okay, so you're going to squat for 3, 3 front raise, and 3 side raise. Okay, so it's 1, 2, and 3. So seated is 1 sit to stand, 3 front raise, 3 side raise. Level 2 is 3 stand to sit, then 3. So 3, 3, and 3. And if you stood, you're going to do 3 squats to your lowest ability. Okay, so your lowest position on those squats, 3 front raises, 3 side raises. We're going to work for a minute, so you're going to need to pace yourselves. Okay, but it's going to give time for those people who are a little bit slower to actually get a few reps in. Okay, so are we ready? I'm going to, as the minute's working through, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and show you all the different positions so that you can keep reminded of that. Okay, we're ready. 3, 2, 1, off you go. So, level 1. Okay, so level 1 is free weights. Free of weights, you're going to stand up, sit down, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Level 2 is with or without weights. Hello, Fred. With or without weights. You're going to stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. Go for 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if you're fully able on this one, you're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Keep repeating it through. Go on, you've got the last couple of seconds, then we're going to rest and we're going to go again. Okay, we've got a minute rest. Okay, so give your shoulders a roll and your legs a shake. Decide whether you want to have the fully weighted or not weighted. So 1 and then 3 front, 3 side, 3 front, 3 side, 3 stood up. Okay. So we've got 30 seconds rest. Grab yourself a drink if you want it. Get your equipment if you need to. We have got 2 more sets of these to do. So you've got 2 more minutes working out on this one. Okay. So I want you to give you plenty of rest. Okay. So you guys that are a bit more able, that are tuning in, then you know, you guys can really batter out the reps and then take the rest. But if not, you know, we're just going to keep it moving. Okay, we ready? Off we go again. So 1, 2, 3. 3 front raise. 1, 2, 3. Hand to the side. 1, 2, 3. Back into it. 1, 2, 3. 3 front. 1, 2, 3. To the side. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to take it down. I'm going to show you level 1 again. So you're going to come up 1. Then you're going to lift 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Get yourself ready to stand up again. Sit down. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Get yourself ready again. Standing up. Sitting down. Okay, rest. Okay, minute rest. Okay, we've got 1 more round of this one to go. And then we're going to move on to a little bit of balance work. Okay. Again, I will show you each of the levels in that one so that everybody can join in. This is the idea of these videos is I want everybody to join in. Fred's having a wander around this morning. Have you all remembered to put your clocks forward? Well, if not, I shall have a few more tuning in later on. Okay, I am going to put this up onto a YouTube channel. I've just opened myself a YouTube channel, guys, so I'd be really happy if those of you that could subscribe to that would be fabulous, please. I will endeavour to put a link on my Facebook page later if I can find that out. Okay, are we ready to go again? So we're ready for those squats. Whichever squats you're doing, whether you're doing 1 or 3, and whether they're a stand to sit or upright. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so for you fit guys, you're going to really start to bounce those squats up, and then get some tension in your body, squeeze those tins. Okay, 3. Okay, bring it back to squat. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, last couple of seconds. Again, we're just going to remind those ones. So you're going to squeeze and you're going to try and stand up. Control it down as much as you can. Then you're going to lift up. Set those shins down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And rest. Okay. So our next one, we're going to take a little bit of balance. Okay. So again, we're going to take this right from the level. If you can stand up and balance, I'd really like you to be able to do that. If you can't, I will show you the seated one. Okay. So we'll go to the upright one first. Okay. So you're going to take this again to however far you can go. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to control it down and slow it this time. Okay. So you're going to lift your leg, then step forward. If you can get all the way down into that lunge and drive it back, that's fine. Okay. Then we're going to do it again. Same again. We're going to go the same side. Lift, step. So if you can only step forward to there, that's fine. Or if you can lift, step forward. What I want you to be is really steady. I want you to make sure as well that you're not doing a tightrope walk or the model's walk. Okay. What I want you to do is make sure that your feet are nicely hip width apart, so that when you lift up, even if you just step into there, it's nice and steady. The knee's going to stay in line over the toe and push back. Okay, step up, step forward, push back. Step up, step forward, back. Okay, again, if you're more able, you're going to lift it, hold it, then you're going to drop into that lunge and step back. Okay, so if you really can't do this standing, even if it's just here, okay, if you really can't do it standing, you need to be seated. That's fine, because all you're going to do is you're going to lift your leg, okay, so you won't get the balance, but you're still going to get the exercise. You're going to lift your leg, stretch it out, bring it back, lift up, stretch out, bring it back. Okay, so anybody can do this. You know, if you've got your movement in your legs, you can lift up and back, lift up and back, okay, so you won't get the balance work. But even if you stood, if you can stand, if you've got a kitchen worktop or anything like that, you can stand, you can use that to hold on to lift your leg, step forward, bring it back, lift your leg, step forward, bring it back. Okay, so that hopefully everybody will be able to do some work on this. So we're going to work 30 seconds on one leg, then 30 seconds on the other. If you are more able, again, you can use your weights. But the important thing is that we're getting that balance first, okay? That it's not just a straight step forward. I want you to try and get that control of that balance before you step forward. But if you can do it weighted, that's fine. I'm just going to change my clock to go to 30 seconds instead of a whole minute. Let's just change that to 30 seconds. Back. Let's see. So, 6 rounds on that one. Right, are we ready then? So, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So, get that balance first, then step it forward and bring it back. Staying on that same leg all the time. Step forward, bring it back. Up, step forward, bring it back. Okay, so you guys that are more able, you're going to lift it up, drive it forward and back. Lift up, drive forward and back. Keeping it on that same leg. You're going to really work those muscles. Okay, rest. We're going for the other leg now. Okay. Are you going to come and join in with one leg, Fred? I don't know if you guys can see him actually on there. Okay. So I don't know why that's suddenly gone to a minute on there. It should have been 2 rounds. Right, okay. So as soon as it gets to 30, we'll go again. Okay, not sure what I've done with my timer there. Okay, off we go. So step forward. So lift up, step forward. So if not, you're just lifting up, stepping forward and back. Lift up, step forward and back. Okay, again, if you're seated, if you need it to be seated, you're lifting up, reaching forward, bringing it back. Lift up, reach forward, bring it back. Lift up, reach forward, bring it back. Lift up, reach forward, bring it back. Okay, rest. Okay, so let's just reset that. Just do that. 30 seconds. Okay, I'll be right for the next time. Okay, we have got 3 rounds of these to go. To do, so we've done 1, we've got 2 to go. Okay, so you guys that are more able, you can start to really get going with the weights, but really getting that pause in and then powering that leg back, pushing through that front leg. As long as you can get that your hip and knee is in line with that toe and not, your hips coming out and your knees pushing in, because that's where you're going to get a lot of strain, so you get a lot of injuries, especially ladies on the inside of the knee. If you can get that, I want you to really start to push. So that's coming through, and then you're powering it back off that front leg, okay? And then on the other side, okay? So you can start to get some decent reps in 30 seconds. If not, if it's something new to you, we've got the brain to think about as well, because the brain's trying to set new paths. You're lifting up, stepping forward, come back. Lift up, get that balance, step forward, come back, okay? Right, are we ready to go for round 2? 3, 2, 1, go. So this is your level 1. Lift up, step forward, come back. Lift up, reach forward, come back. Lift up, reach forward, come back. Okay, level 2. Reach up, step forward and back. Reach up, step forward and back. See the width here, look. Step forward and back. Okay, your level 3. You're lifting up all the way down to kiss the floor, driving it back. Okay, other side. So lifting it up, driving it forward, stepping back. Okay, lifting up, get that balance. Forward and back. That's level 3. Level 2. Reaching up. So lifting up, get that balance. Step forward and back. Lift up, step forward and back. Lift up, step forward and back. Okay, last couple of seconds. And rest. Okay, so we have got 1 more set of those to go. So I hope you're starting to feel that in your legs now, feel like you're moving. Okay, so we're going to have a little minute's rest. So if you want to roll your shoulders, I'm a big believer in trying to get those shoulders back and down, especially if you spent years, with your arms forward, which a lot of office workers do, hairdressers, shop workers. We tend to say, we spent years and years, which tends to make you, I know I am, hunched over a little bit. So I'm all the time trying to roll those shoulders back and down, trying to roll those shoulders back and down. So it's something you can do as like an active recovery. It's just, okay. So I hope you're enjoying this, guys. We've got a couple of bits to go and then we're done. Okay, so are we ready for this last set of these lunges? Cancel. Come on. That's it. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Okay, so those level 3 ones. Lift up, get that balance. Push it down. Lift up. Push it down. Okay. Level 2. Lifting up. Stepping forward and back. Okay, you're going to work the same leg each step on the 30 seconds. Lifting up. Stepping forward and back. Lifting up. Stepping forward and back. So you're working to see how far you can get to get that back knee down. Okay, changing sides. Okay, so if you're on your level 2 and you're working your way through, you can lift up, as long as you're bending both of those legs and trying to get that a little bit further. If you need to slow it down, just to get that leg, to get that knee a little bit closer to the ground, that back leg. Okay, if you can't manage the full one. Okay, so last couple of seconds, and then we're done on that. Okay, rest. Grab yourselves a drink, guys. Really important, especially in these times with keeping our immunity up, that we're keeping well hydrated. Okay. So, next one, we're going to go back to using those weights if you've got them. If you can, if your mobility is a bit compromised, then we can just do the movement, it's no problem. Okay, so what we're going to do is level 1 again. Level 1 again, all you're going to do is bring your wrists up and down. If you need to support that hand or the arm, you're going to do one at a time. Okay, just getting those wrists moving up and down. Okay, if you're a little bit more able, you can use that weight and really roll it up. Try and get as much movement as you can in that wrist. Okay, or you can get them both. If you can, you're going to do both together. Okay. Okay, you can hear mine cracking away there. I don't know if you can, but I can hear them. Okay, if you are more able and you're stronger, okay, you're going to stand, and what we're going to do is we're going to work the tum and bum as well, because you're going to stand with your feet hip width apart. You're going to squeeze that bum and tum, give those shoulders a good push down, and then squeeze those tins as hard as you can. Okay, to roll those wrists up. Okay, so we've got 2 sets of 10 to do. So if you're using both together, you're going to go for 10. If you're using one at a time and you're supporting, you're going to do 5 on one side, swap it round, 5 on the other. We've got 4 sets, but we're going to flip the angle. Okay, so your first one, are we ready? You're going to do 10. So that's 1. Trying to get as much movement. 2, 3, 4. If you go in single arm, you're going to change now. And then 5, 6, sorry, that's 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, rest. Okay, so the next one, what we're going to do is we're going to change the angle. So you're going to have your hands, so your hands are over the top. So you've got that grip work on those tins. If you need to support again, this time you're going to lift up. Okay, so you're lifting that weight up within the wrist. Okay, so getting some wrist strength. Okay. So if you're more able, all you're going to do is you're going to come from here and you're going to lift as much as you can. Get as much range of movement as you can for 10. Again, if you're seated and it's single and you're supporting that arm, you're going to go 5 on one side, change 5 on the other. Okay. Are we ready to go? We're ready? 3, 2, 1. So lift up and down, up and down, up and down. Again, if you're struggling with this, if you're suffering from a bit of arthritis in the wrists, take the weights out of the equation. 7, 8, 9, 10. And then just get the movement in, okay? So if you're struggling with that, all you're going to do is, even if it's just one, just get that little bit of movement in. All we're going to do is say, if you're struggling with arthritis, you try and get a little bit of movement, not to a pain threshold. I don't want you to get in sharp pains, but if it's a little bit of a discomfort, just get it moving, it will help. So what happens is, as you move that joint, it promotes the production of synovial fluid that helps to move and lubricate that joint. So the more that it's still, the drier it will get, and that's where you'll get pain. So if you can get it moving a little bit, that's all we're asking at this one. This is what these exercises are for, is to get some people moving a little bit, some people moving more, okay? So we're going back to that first exercise. We're going back to the hand underneath, okay? And lifting it up, okay, for 10. 3, 4, 5. If you're on single arm, you're going to change hands. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest. Roll those shoulders back and down. And then we've got one more set then of those to do pulling up. Okay? Are we ready? Okay, so we're going to pull up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest. Okay. So now we're going to get into a little bit of old-fashioned bodybuilders work. So some of you will have seen this week. I did it as well, but it's just a nice little bit to finish the arms off. Again, any level. So if you are at top level and you are at level 3 and you have got more mobility and you can use a bit of weight, what we're going to do is we're going to do the bicep curl 7s. So the first one is up to halfway and back, up to halfway and back. You're going to do that for 7. On the 7th one, you're going to hold it in the middle where you finish, and you're going to come to the top for 7. Okay? And then once you've done those 7, you're going to go all the way down and do 7 full. Okay? That's what we're going to do. Okay? So if you're a little bit less able and you're seated, you can still do this. You can still do this. You can still get part of the way. So you're going to start at the bottom and you're going to come up as far as you can. Okay? You start at the bottom and come up as far as you can. Okay? When you've done that 7 at the bottom, even if you need to hold your arm and help 1, 2, 3, and then move to the other side for 3. But if not, you're going to try and lift up from that halfway stage as much as you can. And then we're going to go for as big a range as you can get. Okay, so if you can only get just past halfway and then have to drop them down, that's fine. Just getting you moving. Okay, so this is the bodybuilders one. So you should all be proud. You're all doing bodybuilders exercises here. Okay, so are we ready? We're going to go for those 7s. Okay, are we ready? So we're going to start at the bottom. 3, 2, 1. We're going to go halfway for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Holding it there. Up to the top for 7. So if you grip those tins really hard, get some tension. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you're going to drop it all the way down. We're going to go for 7 full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rest. Okay, so if you're not using weights, if you're struggling with that and you can't use weights at the moment, try clenching your fist a little bit, okay? So you can just see, if I'm here, if I just show you a little bit, if I'm here, just doing this, you can just see my arm is just bending. If I clench my fist, I hope you can see there that there's a little bit of tension in the arm, a little bit of bicep there. Okay, just a little bit. Right, are we ready? We have got 2 rounds of this to go. Again, this is the last bit to finish your arms off. So we're going to start at the bottom. I'll do it seated this time, and then it'll show you. In fact, if I do it without, then you can see as well. Okay, okay, are we ready? 3, 2, 1. From the bottom halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Try and hold that there, and then we're going to come up. So we're going to go 1. If you're doing it single arm, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, give it a shake out. We have got 1 more set of those to go. 1 more set. Okay. Right, I'll do this one standing. I'm going to do it without so that you can see the tension that I can get in my arms doing that. Okay, so squeeze it. So let's release those shoulders. Let's roll them up, back and down. Let's get ourselves into a nice position. You can do that if you sat down as well. Okay, so are we ready? We're going to start that bottom position. Last time, we're going to come halfway up. 1, really tense. 2, Squeeze your bum and tum if you stood up, and if you sat down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it this way. On the way up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the way down and up. All the way down. 1. Full ones, as much as you can. 3, 2, 3. Sorry. 4, 5, 6, 7. Relax. Okay. Right, we are nearly there, folks. We are nearly there. Right, last bit. Okay, so all we're going to do, just to finish off, you're just going to get some nice marching in. Okay, get those arms swinging. Okay, just relax those arms, give them a little bit of a flick. You don't have to make it a really hard one. We're just going to cool it down. Okay, so if you sat, you can still march, guys. You can still march. You know, you can just lift your legs up. Okay, swing your arms, let those arms go. Okay, so if you stood, just going to let it swing. Okay, then you're going to let your arms swing side to side, okay? So as long as you've got that shoulder mobility, again, if you sat, you can just go from side to side, okay? If you can't get round your back, the body because of the back of the chair, that's fine. Just going to go side to side. Okay, so if you're swinging round, if you're doing your swing round, all you're going to do, and whichever way you're going, as soon as you get round one way, you're going to hold it. Stretch your back, stretch your shoulders. Okay, so if you're seated, you're just going to switch it round and hold. Okay, back to centre, switch it round the other way. Okay, so you're going to give those shoulders a big pull up, and then you're going to really concentrate on pushing them down. Okay, and then you're going to give yourself a clap. Well done, guys. Good session. We will see you next week for those next lot of bite-sized chunks, and that you can work on before our next omnibus edition next Sunday. See you then. Cheers.